Hi, and welcome back to the interactive RuneScape experience. I'll be your host, Trickool, coming at you with another quarter-annually installment of monotony and depression, and another anywhere from 7 to 10 minute video of my dulcet tone, bitching, cringing, moaning about RuneScape, which is always good fun, isn't it? So, guess just to fill you in, from that last video, don't even know when it was, probably 3 months ago or so, whenever I said it was runecrafted. Runecrafting was alright, I enjoyed it, made loads of great friends and even greater memories. Definitely something nice for me to look back on in my RuneScape yearbook. It was nice to sort of go back to that lax style of gameplay that I sort of built myself upon, which was just effectively agility with a bank. So yeah, that was alright. Got loads of magic XP, got loads of RC XP, and got loads of money so that I could do this. Not really sure why at this point. I don't really know myself. I think I'm just a bit scared of making my own decisions, or incapable of making them. You choose. I prefer scared though. But yeah, so I finished that about the 1st of October. Did some crap to get ready for Slayer, and started it then. So I've been at it for about 3 weeks now, and it's different. Not in a good or a bad way, really. It's sort of just not the most engaging thing ever, and that's coming from me. Certain things that I've done have always had some sort of rhythm to them, and whilst that's true to an extent with Slayer, it's only for a limited period of time, because you're not going to get a task of Abyssal Demons that's going to last for 7 months, which is typically the style of gameplay I'm used to. So in that respect, it's different. And I have to say, really, as a renowned skill, the loved favourite by many, aside from a few tasks, it's actually really quite just dull. It's not even monotonous or boring or anything. As always I've said before, it's just dull. It's just click, wait, repeat, really. A few tasks are particularly engaging, and I still find room to complain about those. But I'm just not really satisfied with it yet. I know it's 3 weeks out of however many months I'm going to end up doing this for. I think it's probably going to be about 7 or so. The first month sort of energy that this has will definitely wear off. In fact, it's wearing off as of now. So I'll definitely slow down a lot in terms of pace. So I reckon this will take me through to summer next year, really. So the way I do Slayer is rather, I want to say precarious, but it's not the correct word, I don't think. But it's just, it's very melee heavy, GP heavy sort of task set. I don't do Cerberus because, looking at the numbers, it's really not something I think I'd enjoy doing. I can barely stand doing Greater Nex for an hour and a half, so let alone doing a max roll of Cerberus for like 6 hours, 5.5 hours, whatever it is. I did try it at the start. No, not. I tried it like once or twice, just before I was going to start slaying, like 2 or 3 weeks before, because I was effectively point boosting And I got a task of Hellhounds, which I didn't have blocked at the time, so I decided I'd give it a try, and it's not overly difficult. It's not majorly difficult to do, but it's just not something I think I'd enjoy doing for like 70% of the time, or whatever it is, for like 48% of the XP or something stupid. So I decided to sit that out. But the task set as is it's pretty alright. It's not caused me any issues just yet. So I don't, just as sort of a rule of thumb, I don't extend any tasks besides Suqua and Dark Beast. Dark Beast probably aren't worth doing extended, but I appreciate the AFK time. And they're not that bad of a task with an Abbey Dagger. They're over within, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes or something, which isn't too bad, I guess, as far as length of the task goes. So they're not too bad. But my task list as of now is Abbey Demon, Dark Beast, Calphite, Nex, Smoke Devil, Dags, Gargs, Black Demon, Vels, and Suqua. If I had to pick, I'm really enjoying Abbey Demons at the moment, just because they're very easy. Doesn't cost doesn't cost a lot. Despite having it all banked, I still don't like looking at the numbers. Shortly followed by Gargs. I like Gargs. They're also relatively AFK, and it's just more of the same. No cannon, bit of money, and just get to whack baddies over the head with my big old smacky stick. So I don't really know what I want to get out of this as of yet. It's just too foreign at the moment for me to sort of say that I want to get anything out of it as of yet. Task list, I guess, is subject to change. Maybe I should nut up and give Big Dog a go, but I think I've said in another video that I wouldn't really want to do Big Dog because it's really time consuming and I've got really nowhere for the money to go. No real ambition to get any other skills really too high. Will be content just sticking with what I know really. So I'm about 3 weeks in, managed to get 9.6 mil XP so far, and as I mentioned, it is a bit just not sitting well with me at the moment really. It's just not boring, or it's just, as I said, dull. One thing I am really enjoying about it though is sort of the built-in time management it brings to the table. Though again, I did say I didn't like that. There are some positive aspects to it as well. It's nice sort of managing your time in terms of tasks. So I can do a task before I go to bed instead of just saying like I'll do X amount of something. It's something I've never really done or had with other skills. I couldn't say, alright, I'm going to catch 1k fish and then I'm going to go out, or I'm going to do 200 laps of RD and then go to bed. But with this, I can just say I'm going to do X amount of tasks and just sort of get on with it, which is nice. Again, the whole sit down and play aspect is still there, which is something I want to keep up with. Hopping for worlds isn't really too bad. You hear a lot of horror stories about how it's just impossible to find worlds for skill for some tasks, and it's usually alright unless you're trying to find a Bloodveld's world at 8:30 PM UTC, at which point just either do the mutated ones over here or skip them if you've not got the points. I actually tried doing the mutated ones a few times, but there's always some asshat with a blowpipe keeps tagging them all and you don't get any. But they're an alright task considering my necrial tasks are very dependent on other tasks within the catacombs funding that task, so I can use the arc light and everything. I managed to break even just using the arc light on next though, so it's not too bad. But it doesn't make the task any better, believe me. It's an hour and a bit of just boringness. Nothing else really to comment on. As far as Slayer goes, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it. It's just sort of there. I'll just keeping on really. It's been a while since I've really spoken to anybody, so this commentary should be extra awkward. I'm quite surprised I could even remember how to talk, to tell you the truth. It's been so long since I've had an actual conversation with someone. But yeah, maybe this will grow on me. I don't know. I don't really see it becoming one of the favourites. I had sort of fond memories of doing it about this time 2 years ago. Ooh, lovely. In a TeamSpeak full of old friends. And yeah, I don't know, this isn't bringing back the flood of great memories I seem to have tied on to Slayer. It's just dull, just not a lot to it. Yeah, that's enough moaning about Slayer. I guess I could talk a little bit more about where we're going from here. Again, as I said, favourite sort of phrase to use in these videos. Not really sure where I'm going with this anymore. I feel the joke has been a bit stretched out, but I've gone too far to go back, and I'm scared of going a different route. I'll say it honestly, I'm scared of not following. But yeah, I'll keep this up. Estimated time of finishing it probably about midsummer next year, and then I guess I'd go and pull some skids, do some laps of the old Ardy roofs, and then just get them close enough to the point where people think, oh, there's no way he'll leave them all just short, and inevitably will, because again, I'm scared of it. Scared of being lumped with those people who have 200 mils, scared to join the big leagues of efficient skillers. I'm not ready for that. I'm not capable. I'm not qualified for that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say I regret starting it early because I've properly bitched out. I wanted to bank all the supplies to whatever XP I'm gonna get, like 90 something mil, but instead copped out and just banked like half of that, and in turn I'm gonna have to sort of exchange drops for supplies, which I really want to avoid doing to the last T. So hopefully, if I get any luck with Superior Slayer, the imbued hearts could pay for a couple hundreds of XPs, because I don't want to sell off the tab at all. I think it'd be a really nice sample to keep. Oh yeah, and speaking of samples, I was going to start a log of tasks and drops, but no, that's not for me. That's not for me. I can't be bothered. It's not a hobby. That's a chore. So I'll stick to doing what I'm doing at the moment, which is just smacking baddies with me hammer. Generally enjoying it. I enjoy hitting things. But it's been like over a year since fishing, and it seems rather surreal that it's been that long since I started fishing, because again I remember it really well, and also seem to recall fond memories from fishing, despite being I don't know what you call, just bored, depressed whilst doing it, because fishing sucked. But maybe one day I'll make a video and say, you know what, I miss Slayer. Slayer was a great skill. I really enjoyed Slayer. It just reminded me of this video where I said many times over that it sucked. But I guess that'll do it for this episode of the interactive RuneScape experience featuring me, Trickool. Not really sure what I discussed in this video, besides my task set and some other moaning, complaining, and other just statements about Slayer. But yeah, now that Camtasia actually likes to work, I'll be sure to keep you posted. Just kidding.